Hey everybody, yeah, it's me, Dylan. Today I wanted to play a relaxing game, something nice and calm. Actually, this is gonna be a pretty chill playthrough. It'll be a long playthrough, but it'll be pretty chill. I've been wanting to beat this game for a long time. I played it on PC and got about 20 to 30 hours in, and then I kind of can't use my PC at the moment, and it's been that way for like 2 months, and I've really wanted to play this game and continue. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that together, and I'm gonna restart my character completely, and oh god, I have a long way to go. I apologize, I'm probably gonna skip some of the optional dialogue. I might just fly through it. I'll click on it, but I'll just kind of fly through it. I'll try and leave it on there long enough for you guys to see, but I just kind of want to get back to where I was. Um, Anyways, yeah. Let's hop in. We're just gonna do it on easy right now. I just want to get to where I was, like I said. Might turn up the difficulty later. If you have not heard of this game, it is a wonderful, wonderful game by one of my favorite developers, Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas and KOTOR 2, one of my personal favorites. Um, they had other really weird, obscure hits, like not hits, but they had obscure games like a
Five
Elf.
wagons
Oh,
grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
I was gonna say they also made a game called Alpha Protocol, which was a weird game, but I kind of liked it because it was like a spy thriller, Mass Effect style action RPG. It could have been a lot better, but it was a lot of fun for what it was. But that's the thing is like a lot of their games felt kind of unfinished in a weird way. Like they were amazing, but they always felt like they were rushed near the end, which is really sad. But I think they finally started to get their groove once they started to do their own things. Like Pillars of Eternity is amazing, but I haven't gotten to the end of it, so who knows? Maybe the ending is a little off, like the other ones. We'll see. Oh, let's make our character. Right. Okay, so little backstory. I'm currently playing D&D with some friends, and it's a lot of fun. Um, and I'm being the dungeon master of the game. It's my first time running a game. Pretty much the first time playing D&D too. Well, it was when I started. We've been doing it for about a year now, but I I've never played. I just kind of was like I had the story that I was originally writing for a novel, so I wanted to put my friends inside that world and kind of have them be the heroes of old in that world before my novel. And it was about probably 10, 14 years before the novel would have taken place. I don't know if I'll ever get to working on that, but one of the very, very minor NPCs that they recently came across near the end of the first arc of the campaign was a member of the Hinland family. The that I'm gonna make that character. This will be fun. I'll probably skip through this a little bit. We'll see. Um, I'm gonna be a boring human. I know. I'm sorry. Um, Savannah folk. We're gonna go with a meadow folk. because he is from the northern woodlands area in my world. I made up the entire world too, so I can't really make anything perfect, but this is probably the closest to that character, so we're gonna go with this. Meadowfolk, human, and oh man, this is where I have a hard time because I really like Ranger. I'm probably just gonna play Ranger. Yeah, I'm gonna do Ranger. And we are gonna choose... let's choose Wounding Shot. And, oh man, they have companion animals for the Ranger. There's a wolf, a stag, lion, boar, bear, antelope. That's all. But we're gonna go with the wolf. Hmm. Or I could make my cat Vex. Let's see, what does the lion do? Lion companions have the ability to terrify enemies with a powerful roar. Wolf animal companions do high damage and can more easily avoid disengagement attacks. We're gonna do that. And I'll make my old dog. We're gonna name him Roland. Accept. Okay. This is where you're gonna discover that I'm really bad at stat building characters. And I'm also kind of a fan of not building it off of like what's the best build. No, I'm not a min-maxer. I like just making what I feel is fitting for the character and their personality. This character is not too strong. Um, I don't care if it's gonna make me bad at the game. I really am not worried about that. Um, let's put 11 in Constitution. Maybe you'll go up with that later. Dexterity, Perception I really enjoy, so I will buff that up. Intellect, we'll bump that up a little bit. And Resolve. Oh, I like that too. Damn. These are all good. I forgot about that. Fine. That works. Our culture, we are gonna go with... I do like the farmland plains because that is pretty fitting for where this character is in my story that I have. The Living Lands is a mountainous region of the large northern island. Ooh, the Living Lands is good too. We're gonna do the plains, the Ixamitil Plains. I think that's how you say it? Let's go with that. I hope I sound good. I got a new mic and headset, and I'm currently playing with that, so I hope that sounds fine. I might mess with the audio in the game later if it's too high or too low. Right now it's probably pretty low. Okay, so he is an aristocrat, actually. He is of noble birth. So I think I will stick with that. I do like... Now we're gonna go with aristocrat. Okay, choose my favorite colors as always. My favorite color combination, which is green, dark green, and a rust color. Don't ask why, I think it's cool. It's, well, complementary colors and all that, but I'd also just I don't know, I've always liked those colors. Whoa, no, we're not that. Let's just go with the brown. He's probably going to look a little bit like the portrait. Um, might go with that. The game plays, it's an isometric RPG, so it's very top-down, far away, so you're not going to see your character too much, so looks don't really matter a whole lot, but, I mean, it's also an RPG, where it's your character. You want them to look good. So we're going to make this character, he's a little scruffy, he's away from his homeland, and yeah, we're going to go with that portrait, because that's probably the closest I'll have to looking like this character. He's younger than he looks in that portrait. This character is probably 19, 20 at this time. But yeah, we're going to go with that. Oh, these are fun, because I love all these voice actors. Matt Mercer, I think Liam O'Brien is in this. I know that I believe one of them is, I believe the stoic one is Sam Riegel. Let's see.
Follow me.
Yes, that is definitely Sam Riegel.
Show him how it's done!
I'll take a peek. Yeah? Watch and learn.
That sounds familiar as well, but I can't say for sure.
Keeping an eye out.
Yes. Now I am the leader of the group. Ah!
Quietly now. I'm here. I'm flattered.
That's also Sam Riegel.
Yeah!
Steady does it.
Let's go!
Quickly and quietly. Huh? I've got this.
You better run!
I'll go on ahead.
Yes?
Leading the way.
Easy now.
Charge!
To whispers and shadows.
That's cool. You can choose the female voices too if you want. That's nice. We're gonna go with.
Hey there. They'll never know I'm here.
Oh man, I like noble,
I'm here.
but I also like smooth. Just because it's like more relaxed.
The better part of valor.
Yeah, because he's not a really uppity character. He's a young, just like learning what an adventure is like, learning what life is. Okay, let's name him. Din Hinland of the Hinland Estate in the Great Lodge in the northern area of Galenshell. That is my campaign setting in D&D that I've created. Okay, accept. Finish character customization. I am excited to go on this journey with you guys. The caravan master finishes addressing the group. His bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quiver as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
Snake! 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 Yeah, that's totally fucking... what's his name? Colonel. He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water,
Yeah.
of course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
I will drink all the water I can. Get the rumble and rot out of me.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. Let's see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Oh, before that, Odema looks over your shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old, sun-bleached bow. He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are in those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
He adds with a wink. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is a concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up at her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Okay,
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
I don't remember how to play this game on console, so, this is gonna be a learning experience. So yeah, this is gonna be a very chill playthrough. We're gonna learn about
Consider it done.
D&D. I feel like talking about that subject on this. We'll talk about some fun subjects. It's gonna be very relaxing, very fun. Yeah, I get that. That's easy. He has nothing to say. Okay, let's open this.
I see where you're going with that.
I have a lockpick though. How do I use it? Sorry, I'm remembering everything about this game. Okay, that I know.
Consider it done.
Yeah, I guess we don't have the skill to open this. Oh, we need 3 lockpicks. I was not reading that. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's get everyone.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Yeah, I'll take all that. Oh man, RPGs where you just gotta walk around and literally take everything from everyone. Without repercussions, unlike D&D, where I torture my players by getting them in trouble if they do almost anything. Not actually, but I have at times. It's just that players make such dumb decisions, and it gets really interesting when that happens. Heoden. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
We're gonna choose. With an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do pretty well. We'll see, I suppose. I'm just trying to do right by my family.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
I don't know why that one line of dialogue didn't have voice, but okay. That happens in and out of this game, and that's pretty common for this style of game. Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the others' scattered caravanners.
Because
Why'd you go all the way out here?
friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Deer colony, so it seems like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Red Saren's work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. I'll try and fill in with dialogue where I can. I'm no Sam Riegel, so I apologize that I'm not a skilled voice actor. That's high-minded of you. A blush rises from under his collar. Not at all, just doing my part. Let's see what you've got. Yeah, I know how to trade. Let's sell this Deerwoodian clothing. Don't need that. And let's see if we can buy some lockpicks. Oh yeah! 2. Uh-huh. Sweet. Okay. I'm actually going to stop here for now, for the first episode, but I hope you're enjoying this, and stick around because we have a long, long adventure ahead of us, and I am very excited to go through this game. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any feedback on what to do, anything you'd like me to do, if you'd want me to shut the hell up, just let me know. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.